fathers, please listen to me. The quality of the blessing, I know experientially as a pastor, as a leader of people, that every person will always turn out better in life if they had the privilege of more effective fathers. That is the truth that nobody can deny. No matter how much by being responsible and appreciative children we may be, we celebrate our fathers, it does not derogate or remove from the fact that if our fathers are better effective, are more up to the responsibility, a lot of the mishaps, a lot of the misadventure, a lot of the things we ended up struggling with, a lot of the things we were afflicted with, perchance in many cases would have been avoided. For instance, in the book of Nehemiah, chapter number 4 and verse 11, a very beautiful account is stated in verse 11. And what was it? It has to do with Nehemiah and the rebuilding of the walls of Jerusalem. You know what Nehemiah said? Nehemiah said, and our adversary said, they shall not know, neither will they see, till we come in the midst among them and slay them and cause the work to cease. In that scripture, while we're not talking about spiritual warfare, Nehemiah revealed how the adversary works, whether against an individual, against a family, against a business, against a nation, or whatsoever it is. He said the adversaries always like to come undercover. The adversary would like to come in such a way that he will not be dictated. In fact, he may even be considered as normal. The events, his manifestation. He said, and the adversary said, they shall not know, neither will they see, until we come in the midst of them to do two things, to stop their work or even to slay them. So what did Nehemiah recommend? If you now jump to the same chapter 4, verse 14, Nehemiah now said to the nobles, he said, and I spoke to the nobles, I spoke to the rulers. He said, arise. He spoke to them. He said, fight for your sons. In fact, specifically, he said, fight for your sons, fight for your daughters, fight for your wives, and fight for your houses. So he was addressing men, that the role of a man, the role of a father, is to fight for the sons, fight for the daughters, fight for the wives, and fight for their household. The reason the man is not mentioned there because the man, the father figure, is the one doing the fighting. The role of a father is been equated in that scripture to a fight for the destiny of our children, a fight for the well-being of our children, a spiritual fight, a social fight, an academic fight, name it, at every level. The Bible equates it to a fight. Why is it a fight? It requires engagement. It requires tenacity, because many things will be thrown. I'm a father. I know how tough it is to be a father. I know the challenges of fathering. So I understand clearly Nehemiah chapter 4 verse 14, when Nehemiah says we need to see it from the standpoint of a fight. Why is it a fight? There are too many things trying to pull our kids away, trying to turn the hearts of our children to become something else. But Nehemiah is recommending that we don't give up. Why? Because in that verse 11, it says the enemy wants to stop the work. He wants to stop their destiny. He wants to summarize. He wants to abrogate. He wants to reduce their destiny, or even wants to kill them before their time. So for that to stop, Nehemiah recommends that we as fathers fight for our daughters. So are you a father listening to me? I need you to understand that God is depending on you. The reason why God has entrusted you and entrusted me with children to be able to nurture and bring up is because he knows that we are the ones that carry the capacity. There is nowhere in the entirety of the scripture the Bible or God says to a woman, a mother, to do the fighting for the household. It is that duty of a man.